Hey everyone, I'm Chris, and this is Cue the Credits. Welcome back to Cue the Credits, the home of everything boutique Blu-rays, physical media, and the art of collecting. In today's episode, we are taking a look at maybe one of the most frustrating releases of the year, and that is the 4K limited edition Steelbook release of One Battle After Another. Directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Benicio del Toro, Sean Penn, Tiana Taylor, Chase Infinity, and the list just goes on. So, why is it frustrating? Well, it's not because it's a bad film, and it's not because it's a bad release, and it's not because the transfer's bad either. We're just going back to the well of me being annoyed at Warner Brothers' choices, because they've made a very interesting and quite controversial decision with this release. Because if you bought the standard edition when it came out quite a few months ago, you got no special features. And then when it was released, it got announced, hey, this Steelbook's coming, and it's going to have a whole disc of special features. Kind of feels a bit wrong, doesn't it? So today we're going to be doing a full unboxing of this Steelbook. I'll take you through everything that you get inside it, how it looks, and then we'll talk about the picture, the transfer, and of course, that special features disc. And most importantly, is it right to lock special features behind a limited edition Steelbook? Released in 2025 and directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, One Battle After Another follows a group of former revolutionaries who reunite after an old enemy resurfaces. The film sits in two branch storylines, with the first half an hour focusing on Tiana Taylor's character, and then the second rest of the movie focusing on Chase Infinity's character, and of course, all of the supporting characters around that. This was also filmed in VistaVision and heavily praised for how good the film looks. And of course, it's made for those large format theaters, but I must say, it looks absolutely incredible on my TV at home. So that's the top level of One Battle After Another. Let's unbox this, shall we? Let's unbox this then. So straight away we have got very Marmite design. There is a lot of controversy around that, but let's have a look right at the top. So we've got the J card right here, shows you all the contents, and then One Battle After Another over the top. Flipping it round, I'll give you a little chance to read through, but this is the big thing right here. All the special features. Then we have got Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. So let's pop this off so we can see the design a bit more. So we've got a really nice clean design here with, of course, Tiana Taylor right on the front. These are stickers, so you can remove them if you don't want the age ratings on, which is nice. Onto the spine. This is looking really big and bold. Really like the design on that. And then onto the rear, we have just got Chase Infinity right there, doing the same pose as her mother. So opening it up, and now we've got a booklet inside, but let's talk about that. This was actually just cellophaned on, so they obviously put them in after the Steelbook had been made. But let's have a look at this to start with. This is a 24-page booklet, which is effectively just behind the scenes photos right here. It's a nice little edition. It's nothing crazy. People have been asking for like essays and stuff like that, but you know, it's a nice little edition there. Nothing on the back, and then obviously Leo's silhouette just there. When I saw it was cellophaned, I was a little bit stressed that you wasn't going to be able to fit it into the Steelbook, but thankfully it looks like it's not going to damage anything. This has been in there for about a day or so now, and there doesn't really seem to be anything. There is a slight amount of dent there, but that's because there was glue on the book to hold it to the Steelbook. Anyway, on the inside here, so we've got the 4K disc, the special features disc, and then just a standard blue disc for the Blu-ray. So it's a 3-disc edition, and the discs are fine. Would have been nice to have a little bit of disc art on there, but hey, we can't ask for everything from Warner Brothers now, can we? So let's have a look what's behind the discs. And right behind the discs, we've got Leo and Benicio del Toro there. And of course, a double me. This is a nice little shot on the back. Like, it's, yeah, it's fine. It's nothing crazy, but I appreciate getting a shot from the film on the back there. And that is everything that you get inside this 4K limited edition steelbook of One Battle After Another from Warner Brothers. So let's talk about the transfer, shall we? I mean, it's quite a controversial design steelbook, isn't it? There's a lot of talk about what it could have been, what it should have been. But personally, I quite like the design, and I like the, you know, the symmetry as well. How does it look? Well, as you can probably imagine, it's a Paul Thomas Anderson film, so it looks pretty darn good. He's known for making visually stunning films, and One Battle After Another is no different. I would kind of sit here and argue that this could be classed as a reference level disc. The VistaVision paired with that Dolby Vision really just makes everything pop. It looks so tight and clean while making sure you're holding together that film grain. It's still got like that old filmic look, but oh God, it looks so good. And because of course it's been filmed in VistaVision, it's been filmed in that large format, it really, you know, feels like that scale in your living room, and it gives you that premium cinema experience at home, you know, the thing that all the marketing about 4K was on about. Audio wise, this is a really strong track. The Atmos feels expansive. The gunshots in, obviously there's quite a few action scenes with all the revolutionaries and then all the army, and the gunshots sound spot on. Kind of feels like you're in a Michael Mann film. All your dialogue is coming through cleanly. Even in those action scenes where you've got loads of stuff going on, you're still able to understand what everyone's saying while also feeling all the craziness that's going on around you. And the score really gets some room to breathe. It really kind of brings you back into everything. And actually, just a moment on the score. This is done by Johnny Greenwood. You may know him from a little band called Radiohead, and he's been quite a collaborator with PTA for a while now. He did There Will Be Blood, Inherent Vice, Phantom Thread, Licorice Pizza, and I feel like their two styles really blend so nicely, and it's no different here in One Battle After Another. So if you've got a decent setup, you are going to really enjoy this 4K disc. The Atmos track is spectacular. It's not reference quality, but it's pretty close. But what you've got to remember is this is the same disc that got released a couple of months ago. So there's no differences, there's no changes that's happened from that release to this release. So if you just want the film and you're not really bothered about the special features that I'm about to talk about, maybe just grab the standard edition. So special features. This is where it gets interesting. As you saw on the J card, this includes over 1 hour of special features. And these are such things as like camera and lighting tests, Chase Infinity's screen test, the opening night at the Vista, which is a really fun like little 8-minute segment, the cutting room, which is all about shooting on film and how the cutting process works. Another really interesting one. And then learning, studying, always perfecting the making of One Battle After Another. This is the big one. This is the 52-minute making of documentary, but it's kind of not a documentary, and this is where it's been getting some flack online from people, because it is effectively just 50 minutes of like B-roll and behind the scenes stuff. Not that much context, just stuff that was filmed on set that's all been popped together. And in a lot of ways, it definitely feels like a tribute to Adam Sumner, who was the producer and AD on this film, who sadly passed away in late 2024. And you know what? It is a lovely tribute, and it really shows how, one, great of a worker that he was, and two, how loved he was on set. And you really felt that as well in PTA's Oscar speech, where he did speak about Adam Sumner. And yeah, it's really sad, because he has produced and AD'd some of the top films of the last couple of decades. So as special features go, are they good? Well, yeah, honestly, I watched everything on this disc because that is the big thing about this release. Like I said, it takes just over an hour. We've got 4 6 to 8 minute featurettes, and then we've got that 52-minute one. So it's nearly at 90 minutes. But I enjoyed them so much. One, from a craft perspective, like it was great to see those behind the scenes. but also it just made me want to watch the film again. I finished the special features disc at like midnight and immediately put in the film because I was like, I need to watch it. I just need to watch it. But the issue lies in this special features disc being locked behind this steelbook. Because if you got the standard edition, you did not get this disc. And it seems like it was a production timeline side of things. They wanted to get the standard release out and PTA was still working on the special features. But for the like length and size of them, they definitely probably could have been fit on the 4K disc or the Blu-ray disc. I'm not 100% sure you needed a specific extra disc, so it had to be a timeline side of things. So the question that's been going around in my head, is this actually good for collectors? Because I understand wanting premium editions to feel premium, whether that be exclusive artwork that you don't get on the standard one, little booklets inside, or just nice looking steelbooks. That's all kind of fair enough. But when you're actually locking the film content behind these premium collector's editions, doesn't that feel kind of wrong? I don't think I agree with it. Well, actually, no, I don't agree with it. A lot of people bought the standard release thinking that it was the complete package, not realizing that it didn't have these special features, and the fact that we got told about these special features after the standard release got released. It just feels a little bit disingenuous from Warner Brothers, because for fans that love the movie, that wanted to pick this up day one, then they would have picked up that standard release and then realised actually they're missing out on quite a big chunk. About 90 minutes of a chunk actually. And from looking online, this is quite a worry within the collectors community, worrying that this trend could spread to other studio releases, and this could be a thing where they are locking specific parts of a release behind premium collector's editions like the steelbook. For me, there isn't really any question. Every edition should have those special features there. For the steelbooks, yeah, you get that premium packaging, you might get a nice booklet and maybe even some postcards. But the actual content, nah, you can't be leaving that out of a standard release. That should be available to everyone, and it should be available to everyone supporting physical media. Like, people are going out and buying physical because they love the movie and because they love film and they love everything that comes with it. Don't shoot someone in the foot for supporting the industry. Or if you are going to do that because you want that standard release out before, make the special features disc purchasable online with like free shipping, maybe charge like £5 for it or something like that. And guess what, Warner Brothers? It's an extra revenue stream for you. Why wouldn't you? So overall thoughts on the release and the film. For the film itself, I personally really enjoyed One Battle After Another. I loved the story. I loved his hard for the characters because some of them not so great, but they are all portrayed excellently. And it is just a really good movie. It doesn't beat out There Will Be Blood for me in the PTA scale, but it's a pretty good time. As for the steelbook itself, is it worth you picking up? Should you pick up the standard edition? Personally, I really like the design of this. I think it's different and I think it does stand out. I also like the spine, that it is just big and chunky, so it's gonna like stand out on the shelf. If you don't own One Battle After Another already, then of course this steelbook is the complete version of One Battle After Another, and as of recording it is currently still available in the UK as a HMV exclusive for $34.99. Of course it is limited edition, so take that with a pinch of salt. You never know how quickly these things can sell out. It looks great, it sounds great, and obviously those special features are really good. If you've already got the standard edition, should you be paying another £35 for the special features disc? Probably not. But if you really need that completionist mentality, then this is the only way to do it. But let me know down in the comments, did you already pick this up on the standard release? Are you a little bit annoyed that you haven't got the complete package? I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below. And I want to know your thoughts. Should every release get all of the same content, or is this right that certain limited editions should have some exclusives with them? I'd love to know your thoughts. I do think this is a really important conversation that kind of needs to be had within the physical media community. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Cue the Credits. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk movies with me. Remember to do all of the YouTubey stuff, like, comment, subscribe. There's a hype button now. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace!